Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. We are at the magnificent hotel that holds Backdoor Comedy Club.
I believe that'd be called the Doubletree.
The Doubletree.
Yes,
Oh, is that what this is called?
Yes, it is.
Hotels have names.
There you go. We learned a little something in what, 10 seconds in?
10
The
seconds
more
in.
you know.
That's
Yes.
right.
Doo-doo-doo.
Don't do drugs, Doubletree.
My name's Richard Michael Manuel.
I'm Rachel Hall. Hey guys.
And I'm Barry Whitewater. Hello, everyone.
Yes, and we're with the show with no name. I'll think of something. Something that's loving and caring and represents peace on earth, or is really offensive.
How about Nambla?
Nambla.
Right, Nambla. I think that's right. I don't think anybody's using that whatsoever.
Good, as long as it's not taken.
No.
Nambla sounds awesome.
No, I
You
know
have
that.
a fundraiser.
Yeah, that's going to Google well on the internet.
It is.
Look,
Yes.
look at the Michael Nambla show.
The Nambla Show.
The Nambla show.
Doing sounding intro music. You know, I am glad that that the world didn't end so that we could start this show, the Nambla Show.
The Nambla show. For now,
not.
temporary.
I kind
Patent
of,
pending.
I'm kind of glad, but I'm kind of not because you know,
I had to pay my rent.
You had to pay your rent.
Did you have the 22nd on your check?
No, but even the first was after that eventually.
That,
I was going to say.
There you go.
True.
So-
I just think of how many people post-dated checks to the 22nd. This is the 21st, right? 21st was the end of the...
21st at 5 a.m.
Okay. So yeah, you post-date all your... You're supposed to post-date all your checks the 22nd.
oh,
That way, you don't have to worry. That way,
So many
in
people went overdrawn.
the netherworld, you still had your bank account was showing a good balance.
definitely.
Do you
I
need a
wish I
bank
had thought of that.
You do.
And then and the other life.
How much money you have will depend on what ring of hell you're in.
Oh,
that.
Is more
The
good?
fees and transfers on the first level, like ridiculous.
So Donald
Ridiculous.
Trump is like sitting pretty.
Yeah, he's 9th level,
Ah,
9th ring,
He probably
and
owns
all
it.
that. Yeah, so
Yes.
everything's free, checking, all that stuff.
No fees.
Yeah,
nice.
It's
No
it's
service
all-
fees in that.
Right, hot
section
poker in
of
the
that.
eye, all totally free, and all
They
that.
have a
Exit all
concierge.
Gnashing of teeth, all completely free, and all that. You know, sins and sorrows, the weights thereon, all completely free.
They have a trainer down there.
Yeah, totally. It's 24/7. It's a lot. You know what? It's a lot like 24 fitness, 24-hour fitness.
I thought it was hell. I
Yeah.
often thought to
That's why
myself,
it's
Here's
so
the
hot
thing.
there.
The
like
only
hell.
difference is nobody wipes down the equipment, and that's about it. Everything's very sweaty. But you know, that's the thing. You know, that's the only.
That's you
Yeah.
gotta give up something in order
Right.
to get
Oh, and everybody, they don't worry about spoilers. Everybody always tells what happens
At the
on like Breaking Bad and all that. They just they don't even worry about whether you've seen something or not. They just go ahead and tell you. And
Okay.
like, yeah, Breaking Bad, like everybody dies. Like, oh, and then they.
So they have the
walk
internet
off.
down there, basically. Is what
They
you're
do.
saying.
They do.
complete hell.
Everything's
Sounds like
video on
complete hell.
demand down there, which is actually that's a good thing.
Definitely.
Little known facts about 9 Rings of Hell.
I look forward to that.
Yeah. Are we moving on to the holiday season?
Oh yeah,
Are we still working around in the world? I think we worked that pretty well.
I think we worked
I
it
think
pretty
we
well.
I
have.
think so. Because it
Worked
really,
it.
now thinking about it, I didn't take it that very seriously. I didn't. Because, you know, here's the thing. Nobody really listened to the Mayans on anything else.
Definitely.
Like, that's the only thing they came up with at the end of the world. They didn't have any,
Well, they couldn't predict their own end. So why
No.
would I listen to them for anything else?
But like all my life, my mom never said like remember what the Mayans said, and that was like some life lesson. Like, oh, so why am I now at the age of 42 like, oh, I'll listen to them? But nobody ever had anything like, you know what the Mayans said about getting into a good college? Like, no, I didn't know
And
that.
she's
So, yeah.
always like, you remember what your Uncle Jesse said? Or
Yeah.
Exactly.
And last time I checked, Uncle Jesse, not a Mayan.
No,
Yeah, that's
not
true.
at all. And that was the 22nd, right?
Yeah, that was the 20. Well, no, it was 21st at 5.
21st.
21st at 5:13 a.m.
Yeah.
to be exact. That's what they said. That's what they lied.
But do you know what I think? If somebody's like already looking at the next like ancient civilization, predicting the world, like 2 years from now, it's gonna be like the
The Romans.
Roman Empire, exactly, or something, or one of the Chinese dynasties, or something like that. It's just gonna come out, and I'm like,
That's true.
whatever. Just
The Ottoman Empire.
the Ottoman Empire. You know what the Ottoman Empire? And that'll be just some stupid date as well.
So how was your Christmas?
It was out. It was awesome. I went home. I went from Tulsa. I went home and I had a great time and got to see all the family. Christmas is a great time for me because that's like the only time where everybody has such goodwill you know, and everybody's all happy and stuff. So it's always a good time to be there. And
Definitely.
I get into the Christmas stuff. I don't like Christmas music before Thanksgiving, but like the day after Thanksgiving, I will listen to Christmas music 24/7. I just don't like the fact that, here's the thing, as a big guy, I don't like the fact you're getting rid of like free cholesterol day. I don't like the fact like keep that going.
Yeah, I gotta keep that.
Yeah, and then after that, we have enough Christmas. Here's the, you know, was it a month? We got a month to celebrate Christmas. That is plenty of time to do anything.
Well, technically, Christmas starts in like July now. Like
Yeah.
as soon as 4th of July, the last firework spurts, then all of a sudden there's
Yeah,
like
you're right.
Santa Claus is in the store.
But you know what? You go in
Christmas
and they
lights.
you ever notice like they sneak it in with that little small, like they take like a half an aisle
That's true.
and then it just grows. But you're like, what?
But I know what's happening. You can't fool me. You know what I feel bad for? Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Because it's just kind of like there's 4th of July, and then everyone's just like Thanksgiving, Halloween, or like they just skip like the good stuff.
That's the thing though. They'll never get rid of Halloween.
Oh no, you can't get rid of Halloween.
No,
can't get
Halloween
rid of
is.
Halloween.
But everybody loves kids. You get dressed up like a
You need an
sexy
excuse
cat.
to look
At
like
least
a
I
whore.
do. And
Definitely.
yeah.
I like to dress up for Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, you like sweaters or stuff, or like the hat, or
Or like a costume.
Vampire stuff.
wait for
anything to scare
you
the
said
kids.
whoa, you said for
Wait,
Christmas.
You said for Christmas.
Yeah, I make Christmas
You're a
Halloween.
you're a
For me,
Christmas
that's the
vampire?
best time of year is Halloween, so I celebrate it on the best day of the year.
How does a Christmas vampire differ than a Halloween vampire?
Yes.
Tinsel.
Tinsel?
Tinsel, that is the singular difference. There's really nothing else. But
Do you show them like the star on top of your tree to keep them away? Is that how that works? Or do you like mistletoe? Like like
instead of
garlic?
garlic.
Yeah, like
Mistletoe.
mistletoe and all. Because vampires hate to kiss.
Are you like a? Or
I'm not a real vampire, I should say.
No,
It's a costume.
Liz. If you were, we could have instantly changed the name of this video cast. Like instantly.
That's true.
That would be awesome.
Christmas Vampire podcast.
Christmas
You kiss.
vampire. Doing sounding intro music.
Oh, yeah. Could have done the whole great
Or
thing.
like a vampire elf, or you one of those?
A vampire elf next Christmas. That is totally what I'm doing next Christmas.
Vampired elf.
Will you please make sure that you show up for backdoor for when the open mics is? I'll remind you next year. Yeah, as Christmas vampire.
I will.
Well, you should do a whole 3 minutes on being Christmas vampire.
It's gonna
You
great.
should.
It's gonna make a great 2013. But what was the best thing to you about 2012?
You wanna?
The best thing about 2012 was, honestly, I don't remember it that much. Now, maybe it was because I was drunk most of the time, but I don't remember that much of 2012. I got through it.
That's a good thing to do.
I do remember that part.
So-
I remember the Mayan apocalypse not happening.
So like this last week, crystal clear. Everything
This-
else hazy.
Well, yeah, just a little bit.
That is the number one effect that the Christmas vampire has. It affects your memory. Like as soon as you get away, like wait a second, there was like I bought a car, and I didn't get framed for murder. Well, yeah. So
You took my best thing of 2012. I really was
Honey Boo Boo.
glad.
Is that, I don't know.
You should add her in. That I didn't get framed for murdering Honey Boo Boo, because that was my
That was your
goal. I talked about it a lot with friends, and I was expecting a framing of some sort. I think a lot of people have been looking forward to that.
you know how you kill
She's
Honey
cute.
Boo Boo? You don't watch that show. I've never seen that show. I didn't know for
Perhaps
like
the
a
best
month people get. That's the thing about Facebook, man. People like I don't watch any of that stuff, and all the references are like Honey Boo Boo. This. I'm like, what the hell is? It sounds like the world's like cheapest like stuff you put on rolls or something like that. Like, oh, have you tried the new Honey Boo Boo? Oh, it's great on rolls. Like, it's delicious.
Honey
That's
Boo
some
Boo,
good
that
stuff.
Actually sounds disgusting. I've never actually seen her show. I will say this. I've never
Yeah.
seen Honey Boo Boo's show. I've seen her mother's neck on casts on Facebook.
What's is it tattoos?
It's like a whole separate attachment. Like
Oh,
if you, and it's like
It's that Jabba
it's
look.
like a,
Oh yeah, it's like.
she looks a lot like Jabba.
Does
the
it look
Hutt.
like she's got one of those whiplash collars on all the time?
Yes.
Yeah.
She looks like Jabba the Hutt. She kind of sounds like him too.
So what would you say is the worst thing about 2012?
Honey Boo Boo. Are we
I-
still
I
Best
think
and
we can
worst.
just go right into the worst thing about 2012. See, you know what? I'm like her. I can't remember like anything. My son joined Cub Scouts. Like me personally, like Cub Scouts, and I did not want to join Cub Scouts. I just like, oh, what's going on? But you know what? It turned out to be like awesome, and we had
Did
like
you
a fun
learn
time.
how to like make a knife?
Yeah,
I don't know what
that's
that
the
is.
thing. Like, well, you knots and all that stuff, and we haven't get that far because he's just in second grade. So, and too tough. And here's the thing. So, what have we done? We've made a cake, and it's funny. Like, I read through the book, and it was like
Like
things
in
you
the
can do.
woods?
It's like you can make a cake. Yeah, you think in the woods. No, but no. It's like you can make a cake and then like type a letter and send to somebody. And all of a sudden I'm like, are you sure you got all the gays out of the Cub Scouts? 'Cause I'm thinking maybe you didn't. I think, or maybe right before you did.
The next thing is gonna be reupholstering fabric and how to get
Like right as they fired like the last gay guy, he's like, well, hold on, let me just update this book here just a second, and all that. You know, go to a drag show and do like, all right.
which is where I'm going later. So let's hope.
Are you going to S4?
I
The
am.
Rose
I'm
Room?
going to the Rose Room.
Really?
She's got some friends who are dancers.
I have
and
some
I think
friends
What
that
time's
do
the show?
drag.
What time's the show start?
11. If I can make it till then, I don't.
What you don't know is like she is very ill. Like
Yeah, she's super-
next week the video cast is going to be Rachel. and live from the medical ward will be him and me. And I can tell you right now
Some kid bleeding out.
Like
That's
I can
so
tell you right
weird.
now the 2012 worst thing that happened to me.
for me,
Typhoid.
actually, it was being sick. I was crazily sick over the summer. It was crazy.
What?
Crazy.
What'd you have?
I actually am not
SARS?
completely sure. I think it was some sort of SARS.
Did that come
No,
back?
no.
Disease.
What'd you have?
Well, no,
You don't
like
know
I
what it
had
was?
this issue with my stomach, and it just wouldn't go away, and it repeated like 3 times, and I felt like I was okay.
You couldn't eat food, or
There
like
was a
you-
point when I actually could not
Was it-
eat food. I was
Right.
frightened.
Was it like-
Yeah.
Ew.
It was.
Ugh.
It was involved.
So like,
It
what was the time
I can't
period?
get up for a period of time. I'm kind of sick. So it
Were you
wow.
sick for like 3 months? Like the whole? Because you said it went away and then came back and went away.
Well, see, the thing is, I am stupid, so I don't actually know how to.
One of us.
I'm sharing.
One of us.
I don't actually
One
know
of
when I've gone
us.
too far or I've done the wrong thing. And that happens with food. And I don't know that I'm no longer sick, so I'll try to eat something that I know might not be good for me, and then I'll get sick again. And it really just was on a downward spiral. And I started actually, I don't know if you know you can do this, but you can take too much of that, oh gosh, what is that? It's in the,
It's cocaine.
Expired milk and uncooked pork.
it's in
Yeah,
that
that
yogurt
makes
that
sense.
makes you poop. Whatever
Oh,
it's called.
Activia.
What's it- whatever
But you're
that
talking about
active
Jamie
like
Lee
ingredient.
Curtis.
you're talking about
the
that,
Jamie
like
Lee
that little
Curtis.
protein. Or
The active
the-
ingredient.
Yeah. Yes.
But it's like,
Poop teeth or something.
apparently you can take too much of it. So when trying to make myself better, I took too much of it and actually became super sick as a result.
So
like
not burger. All right.
It was like a perm, but like
my
down.
body just wanted to get rid of whatever went in it. And
Oh,
that's
So you were like an S. It was like and then
So your New Year's resolution is to not take any more.
Don't be a leaky
That-
garden hose.
I haven't thought of a New Year's resolution yet. Have you?
Yeah, it's to remember 2013.
Take better notes.
Something that I did not do last year.
So a little less drinking. Is that what you're saying?
Well, hold your horses there,
Yeah,
cowboy.
Let's not go too far.
Okay,
You know what,
let's
dude?
not go too far.
I'm gonna send myself email. Like when I think of things that are kind of cool, like when something I'm gonna send an email to myself. So at the end of the year, I'll just read them back in quiet.
And
I'll be
thank,
performing at the library.
and thank you for watching. This has been an unnamed show. Vampires.
Nambla.
Yeah.
Nambla.
No, I think we switched to
Vampire
Christmas.
Nambles?
No, I think Christmas Vampire.
Christmas Vampire Nambla.
Yeah, Christmas Nambla. That is ridiculous.
My name's Richard Michael Manuel.
Rachel Hall.
Barry Whitewater.
Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Soothing sounding intro music.